Hi, everybody, and welcome to your Take a Pause session today. My name is Ria, and I'll be guiding you through this short 15-minute break to pay attention to the breath, to come into the present moment, and to hit that refresh button that allows you to come into the rest of your day. So, wherever you are today, the invitation is just to be comfortable. And for today's practice, the exploration will be grounding in presence. At least that's what I've named this practice. So in this practice, we will work with both our eyes open and maybe softening our gaze into one spot or even closing the eyes if that's comfortable. And just maintaining a sense of curiosity and awareness to whatever arises in the moment. Yeah, that being said, let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat. I'm going to adjust in my seat here. So I'm going to move away from my table just about 2 or 3 inches so that there's a little gap between my computer screen and myself. Maybe land your feet evenly on the floor if that's available for you. Or if you're sitting cross-legged onto the floor or a cushion, just feel your weight dropping down into that. Maybe for a moment here, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And perhaps move your head from side to side, just relieving the tension that tends to build up in the head, in the shoulders, in the neck, especially for all of us who are sitting in front of a computer for extended periods of time. If it feels good, maybe tuck your chin towards your chest for a moment and then lift the chin back up. Do that once or twice just to stretch out the back of the neck. Now, when that feels comfortable, go ahead and settle back into the center. Maybe draw your head back ever so slightly so your ears are directly over your shoulders, your chin parallel to the ground. And if you've closed your eyes already, you can stay with that. But if you'd like to glance around your space for a moment, just acknowledging the space that you are in, maybe naming the objects, or perhaps acknowledging that there are people around. And just knowing that that's there. And if at any point in the practice you feel overwhelmed by the exploration, maybe land your eyes softly on one of the objects that you see around you that feels easeful. If you would like, you might begin to call your awareness towards your physical body, particularly any part of your body that might be touching either the floor or your chair, if you're sitting on a chair or the floor. So for most of us, that might be our feet on the ground. And if you'd like, you might even glance down towards your feet and just noticing where they are positioned, whether they're in line with each other or if one foot is more forward than the other. No need to fix it, just noticing that. Perhaps exploring whether the toes are turned forward or if they're turning out. Then as you notice your feet, whether they're directly on the floor or on some shoes, just have a sense of what they feel like today. So feeling your feet. Now for some people, noticing the feet might feel strange. If that's uncomfortable for you, you might choose to notice your hands instead. But if you're comfortable noticing the feet, just become aware of the sensations of your feet pressing against any surface, whether that's the surface of the floor, the carpet, your shoes, some socks. Just feeling that connection, minding it with a sense of curiosity. And then perhaps notice inwards any sensations that are surrounding your feet, whether that's a tingling, a warmth, a gentle pressure. And really allowing yourself to ground into this present moment, grounding in presence, knowing what's here right now, with no judgment. And from here, minding that awareness on the feet, can you expand your sense of awareness to broaden and notice how far you can pay attention to your feet as the awareness climbs up towards your knees, your hands, maybe even your torso, all the way up to the crown of your head. Keep that awareness onto your feet as you allow your attention to travel up all the way to the crown of your head. Then notice any sensations, any textures or temperature or pressure you might feel in your physical body. Can you yield your weight onto the ground, allowing the breath to travel all the way down to your seat and to push against the floor? And imagine as you breathe in all the way to the floor, it rebounds and bounces back up through the length of your body as you breathe out. Gaining a tangible, grounded, and present feeling of your breath. You can take this breath as long and deep as you'd like, or as quick and shallow as you prefer. Just allowing the breath to be noticed for a little bit here. Grounding into the present moment of the fact that you are breathing. As you continue to breathe, notice what body parts become more noticeable for you. And that's different for all of us. And be present with whatever sensation might arise. Again, if it's an extremely uncomfortable or displeasurable sensation that you don't want to be with today, know that you can move away from it. But if you'd like to be curious about those sensations, maybe land your attention to that and just feel. What would you name those sensations? For example, tingling, itchy, hot, sweaty. Whatever it is, just notice and name those sensations as you ground into this present moment. Bringing the awareness to this present moment, knowing that the tasks you left on your desk or on your to-do list can be attended to later. But for now, continue to notice the sensations in this grounded presence. As you continue to breathe, if you would like, you might be curious about where you feel more connected or more aware. Is that the lower half of your body or the upper half of your body? And just knowing that, noticing that without having to fix it. Can you name the sensations for yourself? Like, for example, expansion or tightness, heaviness or spaciousness. Just grounding into those sensations. And for the next 2 minutes here, I'm going to leave you in the silence. The invitation is to notice when your mind begins to wander and lose its connection to the present. And whenever you catch yourself losing that connection, the invitation is to feel your body against the surface that you're on, grounding into that connection, and then inviting the breath to anchor you. Again, know that the thinking mind will wander. Bring it back to anchoring into the sensations in your body. And then from here, just let that go and allow the mind to soften. It might begin to wander, and that's okay. Let it do what it needs to do or wants to do. If gentle movement is what your body is looking for, maybe wiggle a little bit and just release that tension that might have unconsciously built. And taking a moment here to reground into the present moment, feeling your feet, feeling your weight drop into the support underneath you. And perhaps taking one hand to the heart, the other hand towards the belly. Pressing gently against your body as you breathe in. Releasing that pressure as you breathe out. A few rounds of this. This time grounding into the physical body as it stays in the present. Acknowledging any thoughts, feelings, or sensations that are present. And welcoming them just as they are. Without necessarily engaging. Without needing to fix. Rather just being with and around. When that feels complete for you and you are connected with this present moment, whatever that feels like today, you might begin to release your hands, wiggle the fingers, shrug the shoulders up if you'd like, and maybe take a couple gentle twists or turns. And then a big breath in through the nose and a soft sigh out through your mouth. When you're ready, you might blink your eyes open and come back to this shared space together. Just checking in. What are you connected to at this present moment? Is it the earth, meaning you're grounded in this space, settled? Or are you more connected to the upper part, as if you are buoyant and light? And again, not one is better than the other. It's just an awareness of where you are at this present moment and using that to ground into what is right here, right now. I hope you take that sense of awareness with you for the rest of your day and perhaps carry it on and practice along as you go through the rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you stay well and stay safe. Until next time.